Anonymo.
I've been working at this small branding agency for a while now. It's the kind of place where you're expected to do a bit of everything. One day, I'm sketching logos. The next, I'm drafting marketing plans or writing taglines when deadlines loom. The boss always calls us a family. He says it with this big, warm smile, like it's supposed to mean something. For a long time I believed it. I wanted to believe it. But lately, I've been seeing things differently. In this so-called family, it feels like some of us are just invisible. A couple of months ago, I got handed a project that felt like a turning point. It was a rebrand for a huge client, one we'd been trying to land for ages. When they gave it to me to lead, I was thrilled. Nervous, sure, but thrilled. This was my chance to show what I could do. I threw myself into it. I stayed up late, sketching ideas, tweaking designs, and building the pitch deck slide by slide. When the power went out, I worked by flashlight, squinting at my laptop screen. I didn't complain. I loved it. It felt like I was building something real, something that could matter. I put everything into that project. Every concept, every color palette, every word in the pitch. It came from me. I'd send drafts to the team, get feedback, refine it, and keep going. I even practiced the presentation in my room, talking to myself like I was standing in front of the client. I was proud of it. Really proud. Then, about a week before the big day, my boss asked to see the slides. He said he wanted to polish them, make them more executive. I didn't think much of it. He's the boss, you know? He's supposed to have the final say. So I handed it over, grateful he was even looking at my work. The day of the presentation, I showed up early, ready to talk through my ideas. But when we got to the meeting, my boss took over. He stood up, clicked through the slides, my slides, and presented everything. My designs, my concepts, even the exact phrases I'd rehearsed. He kept saying, "We did this, we did that," but it was clear what he meant. It was his show. I sat there, quiet, nodding along, while the client smiled and asked questions. They loved it. By the end of the day, they signed a huge deal. Everyone was clapping, shaking hands, celebrating. I smiled too. I didn't want anyone to see how much it hurt. At the team dinner that night, I thought maybe I'd hear my name. Just a nod, you know? Something to say I'd been part of it. Instead, the boss gave a speech about the team's hard work. Then he turned to the head of admin and praised her for coordinating everything. Coordinating. I don't even know what that meant. I was sitting there, holding my drink, feeling like I was disappearing. A week later, I heard she got a cash bonus. Me? I got a pat on the back and a day off to rest. Like I'd just been along for the ride. It didn't stop there. A colleague pulled me aside later and told me something that made my stomach drop. The boss had told the client I was just an intern. An intern. Someone who helped with minor tasks. I couldn't believe it. I have every draft, every timestamp file, every voice note from our planning calls. I built that project from the ground up, but to him, I was barely there. I keep replaying it in my head, trying to make sense of it. I don't know if he meant to hurt me or if he just didn't think about it. Maybe to him, it's just business. Taking credit is how you climb. But to me, it feels personal. It feels like my work, my time, my passion. It was all erased. I gave so much to this, and now I'm wondering what it was even for. I don't know what to do next. Part of me wants to sit him down and lay it all out, show him the files, the proof, and ask why he did it. But he's not the kind of person you confront easily. He's got this way of smiling through everything, even when he's letting you go. I've seen it happen to others. He'd probably say, "It's nothing personal," and move on. I can't afford to lose this job. Not right now. But staying quiet feels like betraying myself. Sometimes, when I'm really angry, I think about sending the client the real project files, just to show them the truth, to prove I wasn't just some intern. But then I stop myself. What would that even accomplish? Would they care? Would it change anything? I keep asking myself if honesty is worth the risk, or if I'm just being naive to think it matters. I'm stuck. Do I speak up and risk everything? Do I start looking for a way out, quietly planning my next move? Or do I just let it go and keep my head down? I don't know. If you were me, sitting with this feeling, knowing what I know, what would you do?
What happened to you isn't just a case of workplace unfairness. It's a genuine betrayal of trust and effort. You gave your all to a project, believing in the "we're family" promise your boss sold you, only to discover it was a tactic to keep you loyal while taking credit for your work. That kind of manipulation cuts deep, and your hurt is completely valid. Right now, the smartest thing you can do is protect yourself, both emotionally and professionally. Don't react out of anger, and don't confront him just yet. Instead, start quietly gathering proof of your contribution. Every file, timestamp, message, and draft that shows your ownership of the project. Keep it off your work devices. This record isn't for revenge. It's your security and your story. Evidence that what you built is real. At the same time, begin to detach from the family illusion and stop overextending yourself for people who don't value your effort. Do your job well enough to stay stable, but keep your energy for yourself and your next chapter. Your next focus should be planning a strategic exit. Update your portfolio immediately and include that major project, describing your actual role and contribution truthfully. You earned that right. Start quietly searching for a new job, preferably in a place with clearer structures, professional boundaries, and fair recognition. Use this agency as a stepping stone, not a permanent home. Resist the urge to confront your boss or expose him to the client. Those actions might feel satisfying in the moment, but could damage your career and reputation long term. The real victory is leaving on your own terms, with proof of your work and a better opportunity waiting. You're not naive for caring about your work. You are just in the wrong environment. Take this as a lesson in boundaries and self-worth. You've already proven your skill, your creativity, and your resilience. Now it's time to move forward with your head high, your name attached to your work, and your dignity intact. The best revenge is not exposing him. It's succeeding where your value is truly seen. You know, stories like this don't just happen in movies. They happen in real offices to real people, people who give their best and still end up invisible. The kind of stories most folks never tell, but here on Anonymo, we tell them all. Because this isn't just a channel, it's a mirror. Every story here reflects someone's hidden truth, the quiet frustration, the heartbreak, the betrayal behind the workplace smiles. If this one hit home, don't just scroll away. Go back and watch the previous episodes. Each one digs deeper into the things people are too afraid to say out loud. And trust me, every story connects in its own way. Subscribe if you haven't already, turn on notifications, and leave a comment. Not your name, just your truth. What would you do in this situation? Would you speak up or stay silent? And if you've got a story that still keeps you up at night, send it in. No faces, no judgment, just real stories told anonymously, right here on Anonymo. Thanks for watching. Stay aware, stay human, and remember, every story matters, even the ones told in silence.
Anonymo.